What does it mean when Stephen King himself comes on in a video before the film and tells you that he likes this film version of his novel It? It tells you the filmmakers have made a better movie than King wrote a book. Cinematic class is about to begin, and the professor is in. Ladies and gentlemen, just returned from the press screening of It, and let me tell you, these guys have got it right. The movie, and this is a rarity, is better than the novel. Now, a word or two about Stephen King. He has written a veritable plethora of novels, and his fans devour every word he writes with relish. But in all honesty, he's written about 6 really scary novels. The rest have been quirky and odd and weird, but not scary. He's written about 6 scary ones. The book It started out as a classic, and it could have been the 7th scary novel he ever wrote, and then he put in that most ridiculous of endings. Really? The clown Pennywise comes down to a Martian or outer space spider that lives. Where did that idea come from? It was horrible. It was terrible and ruined the whole novel. Thankfully, the film people got rid of it. What we're dealing with here is demons, pure and simple, and it is excellent. It has taken a scary novel and made the movie even scarier. We have to give some kudos here to Dan Lin and Roy Lee. Those are the folks who were able to kind of coerce King into getting rid of that dumb, stupid spider thing and really making this thing a horror film. Those names may sound familiar because those are the same guys that brokered the deal with Toho to get Godzilla over here so that Gareth Edwards could go and make his name and create one of the better Godzilla movies. Another person that needs credit for this is Corey Fukunaga. Now, Corey is the man who made a star of Idris Elba, okay, with Beast of No Nation. Because before that, Elba was, he was doing bit parts. That Beast of No Nation put him on the map. And Corey is the guy who not only wrote that movie, but he did the photography as well. He's a pretty amazing guy. He wrote the screenplay for this, and boy, he took it to the limit. This is really worthwhile. If I have one thing to say about this, it's long. It's about 2 hours and 25 minutes, and it really drags a bit. Could they have cut it a little? Yeah, I think they could have. There are a few scenes that could have been lost, but I guess in order to be as close to the book as they can. So you got yourself a long one, but it's filled with some pretty good shocks and scares. Bill Skarsgård is Pennywise the Clown, and I have to tell you right now, sorry, Tim Curry, he's a better Pennywise. A lot of reason for that, Tim, is because he's got the special effects that you didn't have how many years ago, but it's definitely worthwhile. Look, a lot of this the movie, when you watch it, it will play like the TV show Stranger Things. Because these kids are basically on an adventure. Now, King did that in the novel too, but you begin scratching your head a little bit, saying, "Where the hell are these kids' parents at?" That they're going off all over the place, and it was a simpler time, I guess, right back in the '80s. Bottom line on this one, folks, is this is a good horror film, and it's kind of comfortable because we're all kind of familiar with Pennywise, but you'll see a whole new side of him in here. It's kind of fun. And I had a good time watching this one. I think you will too. Now, I saw it in regular 2D, and they're releasing it in IMAX. It's good in 2D, so, it's up to you whether you want to spend the extra nickel or not, but definitely see this one in the theaters. It's good, and it's rated R for a reason. Keep the kiddies home, even though kiddies are in it. A little bit too adult, and probably a little too scary, too, unless you want someone sleeping in your bed with you all week long. The movie is It. It took the novel from Stephen King, made it even better. I've got some behind-the-scenes clips for this thing, and some more comments to make along the way. You want to catch that on the official Outtakes with Fiore TV show. You can see it Mondays at 7, Thursdays at 9, and Saturdays at 2, for all of you in the Pittsburgh market on Channel 32 on Fios, Channel 7 on Comcast. Don't miss an episode. It in the theaters. Check it out. I think you're going to like it. It's pretty spooky. Now that you have learned what you have learned. Here endeth your lesson.